The reason why I'm sharing a video like this is just to show you what you can potentially achieve for yourself. This is not to brag. This isn't to just show off like, oh, look at me. This is to show you like what you could also do yourself. Really hope you don't take this the wrong way. I want to show transparency, show you what my goals are like, what I'm striving towards, and show you that if I can do it, then you can do it as well. If you appreciate me showing all the transparency through everything I do, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Hey, Anthony Pietrobono here, back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how I could potentially become a millionaire by the age of 26, as I just turned 24 last month. Currently, I have $533,806.48 invested in the stock market. This account is showing $534,309 when you include the cash that's in there as well. We come over to this tab here, we see that, and then we also see I have $53,600 in real estate in a condo that I purchased, which gives a total net worth of $587,406. I also have some money in a checking account, and you could include the equity in my car as well, but I'm not going to include those things. We're just going to make it really simple. Now, my income range is anywhere from $8,000 to $12,000 a month. Obviously, depends on how I perform with my business. My expenses are $4,200 if I'm frugal. I rent an apartment that's $1,500 a month plus utilities. I pay for food. I pay for business coaching. I pay for multiple coaches. That's where I'm at, $4,200. If I don't go ahead and splurge or enjoy much outside of normal living expenses. On months that I go ahead and splurge, we can see around roughly upward of $5,500 a month in expenses. It's safe to say moving forward, my expenses will be anywhere from $4,000 to $5,500 per month if I don't make any changes. With that, I am able to regularly save and invest $2,000 to $5,000 a month. Remember, there's some room for taxes in there. Recently, I've been investing $2,000 a month. I'll have some good months where I'll invest $3,000. I used to be investing a steady $4,000 or $5,000 a month. Now I've just been a little more relaxed. I could step it up if I want to, but I'm pretty comfortable and pretty confident with my rate of investing. With these numbers, all we do is we head over to the investment calculator and we plug in a scenario. So we see that currently my net worth is $587,406. And what we're going to assume is we're going to assume a specific growth rate on the stocks. And we're actually going to assume that the real estate is staying the same and not appreciating in the next 2 years. I want to go through two scenarios, a very conservative scenario and see if it's possible by 26, and then a not so conservative scenario, more like a bullish scenario, just to have some fun and see how soon I could actually get to a $1 million net worth if everything goes fantastic. If we take a look at my stocks, I have $533,000 in Tesla stock. Elon Musk is aiming for 50% growth every single year over the next 5 to 10 years. And currently, over the past, Elon's growth has actually been a steady 52% since the IPO in 2010. Tesla stock was $20, as we can see here, back in the IPO in 2010. 10 years later, it went from $20 to $14.87. So if we plug in $20 and we assume a 52% growth rate over the next 10 years, what we'll see is that we get to $13.16. So if we go to 53%, that's more like it. What this is saying is that Tesla stock since IPO has averaged 53% per year over the last 10 years. Elon Musk is still aiming for 50% growth per year over the next 5 to 10 years. So we could use that number. He also said he does not see the growth rate being 40% or lower unless there's a World War III or some crazy next level catastrophe. So what we'll do is we'll use a conservative number of 40% over the next 2 years, because that would bring me from being 24 years old to being 26 years old. And I currently have $533,000. Put that number in over the next 2 years with a 40% return without contributing any more into the stock. We calculate that, and we will get to $1,046,000. So that alone, assuming that as the conservative scenario, that will bring us to $1 million by 26. Okay, but remember, Anthony, you're saving and investing $2,000 a month on slow months. So what if we put in an extra $2,000 a month into Tesla stock over those 2 years? What will we end up with? Well, now we'll have 1.1 million. Now, let's not forget about the real estate. We have to add the 53,000 on top of that. So that would bring us closer to 1.16 million at the age of 26. So that looks like a relatively safe bet unless something awful happens, like a black swan event with a company. Now we can take it a step further and say, okay, well, how fast could we achieve this $1 million net worth? Now we can check out the more bullish scenario and see that Tesla could grow 50% per year over the next 2 years. And we could be contributing $5,000 a month, because I'm able to do that with my current income and current expenses if I stay frugal and stay in that higher range of income. In 2 years, we could have 1.382 million plus the 53,000. That would push us over $1.4 million by 26. However, the question is, how fast can we get to 1 million? So what if we do 1 year? So from 24 to 25. Well, we get to 873,000. We'd add the 50,000 on top of that. We get to 925,000 at the age of 25. But what we could do is we could say 1.5 years, and that would still keep us at 25 years old because I just turned 24. So technically it would be 25 and a half. And I would get to 1.1 million in Tesla stock at the age of 25 if I contribute the 5,000 a month and we see the growth rate of 50% per year. We would add the 50,000 from the real estate and we get to 1.15 million at the age of 25. Now the next question is, what would the stock price look like if it went up 50% per year for 2 years? Well, with the current stock price of Tesla at $14.87, in the next 2 years, if we see a 50% rate of growth, we would see the stock at 3,345. Remember, ARK Invest has a base case of 7,000 by the end of 2024. The end of 2024 is 4 years down the road. So if we see that 50% growth rate, that would bring us to 7,500, which would be on par with ARK Invest's base case. Their bull case is 15,000 to 20,000 per share by the end of 2024. And we would need to see somewhere around a 60% or 65% probably. Yeah, closer to 70% each year, just to get towards ARK Invest's bull case, which seems a little too bullish in my eyes. I see more of the 7,000 target price by the end of 2024, which would keep us with that 50% growth rate over the next 4 years. Now, if we're more conservative with Elon's projections, in the next 2 years, we could see the stock price at 2,900. These are all just hypothetical scenarios. All we're doing is we're playing with numbers and seeing how quickly or how soon I could potentially get to a $1 million net worth. And we're just using numbers based on what I currently expend, based on what I currently earn, and based on what investment returns I believe I could potentially be getting with my current investment. Now, if you don't do this, I highly suggest you go ahead and play around with your numbers, figure out what's your current income or what is your target income that you're looking to strive to get towards. Then figure out your current expenses, your frugal case expenses, and your buffer space expenses, where you will see just what your expenses are looking like when you're not being completely frugal. Run those numbers so you can see the range of what you could invest, and then go through a scenario of 10 years, 20 years using hypothetical rate of returns. Because when you see those numbers, that will motivate you to stay on the more frugal end and work towards increasing income so you can separate that gap and accelerate your wealth to get to much greater wealth than you could ever imagine if you didn't watch these videos a few months ago. My goal is to open up your eyes and see how you can become financially independent and far wealthier than you would have been if you didn't watch these videos in the past. I truly want to help you get there. If you want to accelerate your path to achieving wealth that's far beyond you could imagine, I highly suggest you subscribe for more videos. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And let me know what you think. What are you leaning towards? Do you see me potentially getting to the $1 million net worth by 26? Or do you think I'm being too optimistic and it's more like 27, 28, 29? Or do you think that it's possible for me to get it by 25? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video.